Hey, you know what's funny, dude? I want to tell you guys this because this is a funny story.
Well, it must be my lucky day because I love stores. What you got, MBG?
It's a short one.
Hey, that's fine. It don't matter how big or small. It's cool.
There's a person on the internet.
Oh yeah, just one.
They clip me. They watch me. They watch my content. They can't resist.
Well, MBG, a lot of people watch you. What makes this one so special?
They can't resist.
I mean, a good-looking man like yourself, you're irresistible. What can we say? Stupid. It's staying in though.
They watch my content and they clip me constantly.
Okay, so somebody on the internet is clipping you constantly, watches your shows. Okay, so what's the point? Can we kind of speed it up here just a little bit?
This person in particular only cherry picks. Like if I said 20 agreeable things, 15 disagreeable things, they will only pick out the disagreeable things.
I really hope there's a fucking point here.
They hide it under the guise of like, well, I'm showing you the context. Sure. So you show like 5, 10, maybe sometimes up to 20 minutes on one particular topic, but you ignore all the other topics.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're taking issue with somebody that's clipping you, which I'm assuming is putting your clips on the internet, like Twitter. I think his name is Astro. Am I kind of getting in the right ballpark here? You're just upset because he only clips the things that he doesn't agree with, something that you said. I'm not really seeing much of a problem here.
That's fine. That person's just trying to make money as well, probably pennies.
So if he's making money, it's just pennies. I really hope you got a point.
And doing free work for others. Bro, they are the definition of a cuck, bro.
Bro, you're taking issue with this guy because he clips your content and other content creators uses those clips in their content. And so you decide to call him a cuck. So really there is no point to any of this. You're just upset. I've never really understood this where content creators take it personal. I understand if like somebody made up like an entire YouTube channel, copied and paste verbatim the entirety of your stuff, trying to benefit off you without them having to do the work, which yeah, that's stealing content. I'm just not getting it. Maybe because I'm a nobody. Guys like you want to just sit here on your little microphones in your little corners. You want to be the only voice in the room. You want discourse, but you don't want to have any sort of conversation. But I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm gonna let you do the talking, okay?
I don't use that word. Cuck, bro. Cuck, bro. Cuck, bro. I don't use it often. Cuck, bro. The true definition, because what they don't realize is they're working for free for other content creators. But anyway, I digress. Funny story about this person. They used to be a fan of the channel.
Oh, okay. Did a little digging out, have we? Just a little bit of digging with your little bitty shovel.
They used to be on the channel. And I remember back during the classic Press X podcast days, they were on the channel and they would engage. I remember seeing them in the chat. Whatever this sphere of this hemisphere of content, once it started to spool up, I guess they decided that's where they want to go. I don't know that these people will reveal that shit. Like, they will hide that shit. They have such a problem, but it's like, you were there, dude. I remember. You were here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, MBG single-handedly has broken the case.
One day they realized that the only way they could actually get any type of attention was by behaving differently, working for free for other content creators.
Well, there you go. That's it. That's a wrap. I swear to God, these people are so fucking vague on everything they talk about. It's almost like it's a secret, guys. I can't really say out loud. So I have to kind of use, I have to beat around the bush. So anyways, with this video, he's taking issue with somebody clipping him. Really, there's no point to it. My point of this whole discussion, I find it quite interesting. Content creators get to a certain point in their careers and they get upset because somebody clips them. You know what? Here's my take on it. If I was, let's kind of fast forward this just a little bit and let's get into like, let's say I'm at 20K. It is probably like in the next 6 to 10 years. We get about 6 to 10 years. And let's say I'm just in here wanting to talk about video games. Maybe I decide to indulge myself into the whole console war. The same console war that these guys always talking about how, oh, it's over. The console war is over. But I'm still going to sit here daily talking about it. Why? It makes no fucking sense. But let's say I get to that point. Someone's clipping my content. I don't care. If someone clips my content, if anything, that's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to make more content. You can farm people that way instead of just sitting here wallowing and crying about how these people are clipping me and being mean and hurtful here on the internet. It's not that serious, bro. The only reason why you're taking issue to it is because they're making money. It doesn't matter if it's pennies, like you said. Why are you getting all bent out of shape about it? No, you know what I think? This is my own personal opinion. I think people like you and Reforge and others that are out there that do this sort of content, you don't like it when someone holds a mirror to you. I don't think you enjoy the fact that someone disagrees with you in a way that doesn't benefit you. Right? You guys would be all about it if they come to your chats, boost your algorithms. The moment that that is removed from that outside of your streams, then you no longer have control over that person. Because in your streams, during your shows, you could just simply ban the person. They could call you out on your bullshit. You could just get all upset and then ban them, shut them up, and then go on some sort of victory lap. Oh yeah, guys, I got him so good. He's so stupid, and that person can't respond anymore. Basically, the way I see it, y'all created these people. It's on you that resorted to doing that. Now, I can't say that definitively, and yes, that was a little bit of a struggle to say. I think that's the issue. I can't say that if that's the case for everybody. Some people just like, nah, I think it's fun. I think it's, clowning on these fools. It's just, hey guys, I knew who this person was. I know. With my deep analyst and detectiveness work and people that I know who it was. I know who you were. You have been in my streams before. Yeah, and you're probably thinking, why react to the clip? It highlights what I've noticed when it comes in the content creation space. People want to be able to say whatever they want to say, express their own opinions. But if you want to push back on their opinions, it has to be on their terms. It has to be on their ball field. It has to be the way that they see fit. It can't be the way that you want to do it. Like the salt content creators, they don't like that because it's outside of their control. They hate it so much with the passion. And the worst part about it is they hate it if you make money doing it. Oh, spicy.
Oh, wait, really quick, because I know this person's watching right now. Do me a favor. I'm crashing out. Death Stranding is out and I'm crashing out. Can you do me a favor? Can you post the first hour or maybe just like 20 minutes? Can you work for me now for free?
Crashing out over somebody clipping you. When it happens to everybody deals with it. But like I said, it's probably because I'm not a content creator like that. So maybe that's my problem.
Like, dude, I just saw recently, and this is gonna get pretty dark.
Okay, so obviously I've already seen this clip. This is exactly the reason why MBG has landed himself into one of my categories. The story he's about to share right now. I don't think I'm going to give him the privilege to be able to share this story on my fucking channel, because this is what kind of pissed me off. He kind of builds it up to like, oh, we cave into our frustrations and, with the gaslighting, and we can feel real shitty. We're just human. And he tells a story I didn't really look into. He's using that story, which is a tragedy. Somebody self-deleting because of being bullied. My issue with that is that shouldn't happen. Shit like that, even if MBG or Reforge or anybody else that I'll end up covering in the future, if they receive kind of death threats or just the most disgusting thing that people could do, I do not condone that kind of behavior. So he's going to try to use that situation, act like, well, he's on the same level. He's trying to conflate the two as if they're the same. So if you clip him, call him out on his bullshit, and you do it publicly, then that's where he has the issue. And I think that's kind of fucked up. It feels to me that he's using this situation in order to try to discourage anybody, what they would say, come after him, harass him, clip me, or talking about whatever it is that he says. I'm big on the whole attack the ideas, not so much of the person. You shouldn't attack anybody. At the same time, if somebody says some stupid shit, or they do some stupid shit, I think it should be called out.
I understand it's like, well, you got to get thicker skin and whatnot. It's like, that's bullshit.
No, it ain't. If you can't handle this space or the pressure that comes with being a public figure, then maybe you shouldn't be in this space. Yeah, you're going to have some pretty thick fucking skin to be here on the internet. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. You're on a platform with billions of ideas, billions of different people. You're going to get criticized. One day I'm going to get criticized. But if you take this shit too fucking seriously, that's just going to make it worse on you. No, continue.
That is bullshit, because it's like, dude, I think people like to make excuses for themselves to justify their behavior and their treatment of others. It's like, well, if you're not tough enough to take it, then that's your problem.
Yeah. It is your fucking problem. Not where somebody is like threatening your life. I'm not saying that you should have thicker skin if someone's doing that. Nobody should be fucking doing that. You can't sit here, oh, well, these people are basically holding a mirror to what I say and hold my feet to the fire, and I don't think it's fair. You get that shit the fuck out. Seriously. I'm sorry if it sounds gatekeepy and all. That's how I feel.
Like, or maybe, just maybe, we could try to be just a little bit fucking better. Have you had that thought, maybe, at all? Is that a thought you're capable of having? Like, maybe don't treat people like they're subhuman.
You know, that's yeah, I agree. Don't treat people like subhuman. I mean, if that's the kind of heat you're getting, then yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, I feel for you. If you're getting some real fucked up shit.
This is why I'm an advocate for people. And I know it's easy for me to say this because I'm sitting here on a camera talking into a mic. So for me, it feels very real.
And I'm trying to understand that. I'm trying to understand that the fact that you're on a camera, you've been doing this for probably quite some time. Honestly, I don't know your history as well. I've only started watching you here as of recent, you know, on a consistent basis. But I think you need to pull back on the drama just a little bit. It's not that fucking serious, man. It's not them. It's not really the Clippers that you're really taking issue with. I know exactly who you're taking issue with. It's the Salt content creators, you know? They wouldn't have their content if they didn't have the Clippers, right?
It feels very real. There was a time when I was on YouTube when I wasn't on camera and I never showed my face. And I was very, you know, it was very anonymous.
Yeah, as most people are. There ain't nothing wrong with it. So what's your point?
Completely anonymous. And I know what that's like. I understand that side, but I do think that people really need to start collectively doing better. And it's not difficult. If somebody said I was stupid and so I jumped off a bridge, like, okay, well, there's a difference between that, you know, encountering one asshole and being harassed by people. There is a fucking difference. But because of anonymity, people are more willing to do the opposite. People are willing to treat others like dirt. Back to what I was saying previously, where when I talk about certain forms of content, how low it is, it's because that's the space it exists in. You don't know, you don't know the damage you're potentially doing.
You see, that's his biggest issue. He's drawing down the Salt content creators, talk about how low the totem pole is and everything. Never, not once, do you see him actually go word to word or back and forth with these people. No. We're going to just gaslight like a motherfucker and try to discourage anybody to try to call them out. I think it's pretty fucked up that you would use a terrible situation to try to justify why you think that these people are beneath you. You and Reforge, you're starting to really sound like, I wonder who is watching who.
There are people who are not hiding behind the keyboard. There are people who reveal themselves, but there are just as many people who don't reveal themselves. And that fucking pisses me off. That right there, because that is the cowardice. That makes my blood boil. Of like, you're such a coward that you will come out here faceless and you will talk the biggest shit and you will say the nastiest shit, and you will be the biggest fucking bully on the internet, but you won't even show your fucking face.
I don't know who he talking about.
Coward. Absolute fucking cowards.
I am not. I thought I was pretty brave coming on here. I got the camera. I got all the lights to make it pretty. I got my little ghost. I put a lot of work into this. I'm not a coward.
And that's something that exists all over the internet. It's a fucking shame, dude. It's a fucking shame. And it's disgusting, and I don't think it'll ever end. I understand this is just the way of the world. I can't change it. You want to talk about something I will fight against, something I will push back against, and I will put my full fucking force into it. It's that. I don't like bullies. I especially don't like fucking online bullies who are cowards, who don't even have the balls to show themselves.
I agree. Fuck them bullies. Get them out of here. I'd say this. I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, MBG, to take on all these fucking bullies that are on here on the internet. I agree. So I think we're going to end it with him. We're going to put the focus on me. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the conversation-ish. As of right now, if you're watching this during the live stream, I hope you're enjoying the live discussion. We can get more into the muck and the mire. These people with really, really bad ideas when it comes to video games, that want to pretend like they're gamers, but they're really not. I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, day, wherever you're watching this. And until we meet again, gamers, you stay classy.